You're listening to No Suck Saturday on the AM Update.
It is No Suck Saturday. Back again. I'm Aaron. She is my beautiful Bella. Bella, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Another edition of No Suck Saturday. Last Saturday's No Suck Saturday was our 50th episode. Our 50th episode.
That's crazy. I can't believe we've stuck with it.
Now that we're 50 episodes in, do you think we should consider changing the name?
No.
No. Okay.
Why, do you have other ideas?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I was just wondering if you thought we should change the name.
No, not especially. I think it's fine as long as we enunciate. Everyone knows what it's called.
No Suck Saturday. No Suck Saturday. I won't tell you what that has gotten confused with, and we will just start with the lack of suckitude now.
Sounds good. Dive in.
Yeah, we've got 5 stories we think objectively do not suck, as well as our book study through C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity. 5 stories, though. First, right out of the gate. I'm not sure. I'm sure you've seen some of these clips before, Bella. There's billions of views online from this guy. But Frank Caprio, retired municipal judge in Rhode Island who found online fame as a caring jurist and the host of Caught in Providence. He died at the age of 88. His official social media accounts Wednesday said he passed away peacefully after a long and courageous battle with pancreatic cancer. So Frank Caprio, 88 years old. That's still a good life well lived. Now, a couple of disclaimers. It's No Suck Saturday. I think we should have more jurists who don't have as much mercy and don't have as much empathy and don't have as much sympathy. But it seems like every clip this guy that went viral, it seemed like every clip, it was actually true mercy. He was cutting people breaks that really needed it, like this one.
You were going to the VA hospital?
Yeah.
Were you in the service, sir?
Yeah.
What branch of the service?
See my
No. What branch?
Army, Your Honor.
Yeah. And when did you serve?
Vietnam.
You in Vietnam?
Yeah.
How long were you in Vietnam?
66 to 68, Your Honor.
2 years.
Yeah.
You know, I have a very particular affinity toward those that served in Vietnam. Number one, because of the service to our country. And number two, because of the way they were treated when they came home.
I'm not looking for anything special as far as my military service, Your Honor. You know, that's up to you, your discretion.
You didn't bring it up. I brought it up.
Okay.
And you are just like all of the other Vietnam veterans that I know. They're not looking for anything, right? They're all real men. They're willing to take it on the chin, and they're not looking for anything special. And unfortunately, when they came back from Vietnam, they weren't treated the way they should have been treated. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Did you have any of those experiences?
I'm sorry?
Did you have any of those experiences when you came home?
Yeah.
The total fines are $270. How much can you afford to pay?
I'd have to pay like in a time thing, Your Honor. I'm on a set income, you know, so if you can give me some time to pay it up, I'll pay it.
How much can you pay?
I don't know, Your Honor. Whatever, you know.
What have you got with you tonight?
I don't, $50 maybe, something like that.
Sir, I'm going to charge you $25, and your $25 payment is going to be paid by one of the many people who have sent in contributions to this court to be used in my discretion for people that I think are worthy. So I'm going to fine you $25. You don't have to pay it. Okay, so it's going to cost you nothing.
That is Judge Frank Caprio, and he did have a soft spot for veterans like that one going through tough times. And again, it seems like every clip I've seen of Judge Caprio, it was people who really needed a break.
Yes.
Maybe they did violate some municipal code, some traffic code. Not a big deal, nothing criminal. But you know, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, $200 fine, that could set you back a long time. So Just remembering Judge Frank Caprio. Billions of views online, passing away this week at the age of 88. What's your first story, Bella?
That's a good one. I remembered him, and I saw his name come across. I didn't recognize it at first, but then as soon as I saw the clips, he's instantly recognizable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, my first story comes from Jamaica, where a college student has invented a self-cleaning door handle for hospitals and healthcare settings. So major shift.
Self-cleaning door handle.
Yeah.
Interesting. That could be huge in hospitals.
That's the whole reason I picked this story, because I see a lot of stories about like this person invented this person invented that, and it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But this, honestly, I would love to see, because it uses ultraviolet light. And so it kills 99.9% of pathogens while being safe for humans and animals that might come into contact with it. So the inventor, Rayvon Stewart, won Jamaica's Prime Minister's National Youth Award and the Commonwealth Health Innovations Award in the process, and is in the process of seeking a patent under international intellectual property law. But the product is called Zermisol, and the door handle is shaped like a little Pac-Man. It's kind of what it looks like in pictures. And about 2/3 of the circular handle houses the components, and then when you grab to open the door, it activates via a touch sensor the ultraviolet lights.
Interesting.
It only takes about 30 seconds to disinfect the handle. And I think this would be incredible to have, just even if it's not on every single door, but like the major common doors that people are touching in hospitals
or
and
public areas for that
yeah,
matter.
Bathrooms. Yep. No one washes their hands well. No one is standing there for 20 seconds and thoroughly scrubbing their hands. It really grosses me out. But I think this is a super cool idea. And he was kind of inspired by COVID, where the UV lights were kind of becoming a thing for sanitization practices. But yeah, I think this is super cool, and I would love to see it make its way here.
Yeah, I think UV disinfecting is probably going to be the next, and I hope that it is the next big thing, and actually sanitation. Because I don't know. I think hand sanitizer has a place, but when you're completely...
it's not great.
It's not great.
And it doesn't kill things like norovirus and other...
And it can cause things to mutate.
Correct.
As well. So, I hope UV light. That's a really cool story.
Yeah.
I think UV light is going to be the next big thing in the hot and poppin' area of disinfecting.
We told you we talk about exciting topics on this podcast, don't we?
Indeed. Well, this one's pretty exciting. Neither smoke, I should say, not snow, not this time of year.
Please no.
Neither smoke nor flame stopped 2 NYPD officers from saving 2 men and their labradoodle from a raging fire in Coney Island this week. Dramatic video shows a couple of officers going into a home that's just completely filled with smoke, going into that home, rescuing the 2 men.
I hear dog.
The cops, part of the city's new quality of life teams, lived up to their job description and then some on August 10th after they spotted a plume of smoke coming from the home. A neighbor helped them locate a burning single-family home and get into the backyard where the massive flames were engulfing a wall. According to Officer Andy Go of the 60th Precinct, he told the New York Post, quote, "We saw the fire raging at the back of the house. There was no time to wait for the fire department. We heard the dog barking. We had to get in by any means possible. The back wall was going up quickly." The partners, who both grew up in Brooklyn and graduated from Police Academy together in 2016, began trying to break down the rear glass sliding door to get inside. They were able to recover that labradoodle and the 2 men. So that's another story of bravery from New York City's finest.
That was a really good one.
What you laughing about? You think that bravery is funny? Like funny haha?
No.
Labradoodle?
Labradoodle. I'm just picturing, what does a labradoodle look like next to a labradoodle?
Labradoodle. Well, the labradoodle is a lot bigger than I thought it would be, but they're big.
Yeah.
I thought they were small. Maybe labradoodle is small. Just a little toot.
That's exactly. I can't help it. I have the sense of humor of an 8-year-old boy, and it's...
I like it. I love it.
It's very inconvenient sometimes.
What's your next story?
Gosh. Well, Here I am laughing at you saying Labradoodle. And my next story is probably the weirdest thing I've ever talked about on the show, which is saying something because I've shared stories about animals running foot races before. But a new study from India has found that blowing through a conch shell, which is called shank blowing, can reduce the symptoms of obstructive sleep apnea.
Wow. Conch blowing?
I told you this was weird.
How did you get up, or how'd they make up that name?
So this is like an ancient practice that's
Conch
been around
blowing?
for thousands of years. Yeah, you just like blow into this conch shell.
What the heck is a conch?
Google it.
Okay.
Quincy is a special CONCH.
Oh, like a shell.
Yeah, just bigger and
Yeah.
denser and yeah. So this type of breathing has been a part of Indian culture for thousands of years. And so researchers started wondering if maybe this breathing practice might be helpful for improving OSA symptoms. So for those of you who don't know, OSA, what are you doing?
This is conch blowing.
This is going to solve
probably as soon as I began to
obstructive sleep apnea.
Interesting.
So OSA is where your breathing stops repeatedly throughout the night, usually due to a blocked airway. So obviously typical treatment is a CPAP, which keeps the patient's airway open by blowing air through the face mask. And there's obviously issues with compliance because sometimes people don't want, air just being blown in their face all night. So researchers wondered if this could be an alternative, and so they had a study where participants received training and then completed these breathing exercises with the shell at home, and it turns out this works.
Wow.
The participants who did the blowing had 4 to 5.
I can sleep better now.
They felt more alive. They had 4 to 5 fewer apneic events during sleep, so it means episodes where they were not breathing. And they also reported decreased sleepiness during the day and then had higher blood oxygen levels during sleep. And so the mechanism behind this is because of the muscle control that it takes to perform this type of breathing.
Okay.
So it's a deep inhalation followed by a forceful, sustained exhalation through tightly pursed lips. And it creates strong vibrations and airflow resistance, which strengthens the muscles of the upper airway, including the throat and soft palate, which are the areas that most likely collapse during OSA. So it was a small study because surprisingly it's hard to find 30 people with OSA that want to blow into a shell.
Is it going to help my sleeping? Yes, keep doing it.
And meanwhile, their family and neighbors want to murder them for blowing the horn at all hours. But
What are you doing? Sleeping better.
compliance might be a little tricky here, but
That's funny.
yeah. So that's a research finding for everybody. Do with that what you will.
Well, I will.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna come home and just find you sitting in the corner
Conch.
watching football with your
Conch?
conch.
Conch.
I think it's a conch.
Conch or conch?
Conch.
Conch. No, it's conch.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
conch. Yeah, conch sounds made up.
Conch, the lever.
Cronk.
Oh, conch. Okay. There.
Close.
We're going long on 5 stories. I think we're going to skip our book study this week.
Great.
And we'll go straight to the last segment. Final story in 5 stories that objectively don't suck. I thought this was kind of cool. Riley Gaines, Save Women's Sports advocate, recently revealed how she found out she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And it wasn't by the usual test. She, in a video posted, I think on Instagram, but it was reposted later on X, that her dog started acting really weird around her earlier this year. She would start to lay down beside her, get really protective of her, lay her head on her stomach, circle like a shark. She would start to guard from their 2 male dogs, get really protective, like I said.
Yeah.
And she thought, Riley Gaines laid out, she thought it was really sweet, really protective, but she thought maybe something was wrong with her dog, because that can be a first sign that something's wrong with the dog.
Yeah.
And so the only time that this dog acted like that was when she had puppies. Oh. But she wasn't pregnant this time. So Riley called the veterinarian, and the vet asked if the dog had any other symptoms. No. And so the vet asked Riley, hey, have you taken a pregnancy test? And that's when they found out.
No.
So I thought that was a really cool story.
So sweet.
I've heard of stuff like that before. I think maybe you've told me about things like that before
definitely.
as well.
Dogs are so sensitive. I mean,
Yes.
it's their sense of smell. That's usually what alerts them that something is different, because the woman's hormone profile changes, and they can sense that her HCG is going up.
Yeah.
And there's a little life in there.
Yeah.
So
That's really
so
cool.
sweet. So sweet.
Well, that's going to do it for 5 stories we think objectively do not suck. Should we do just a short study?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Very short.
Let's
very
do
quick.
that.
Yeah, let's do that. That's coming up next.
This is No Suck Saturday. We'll be right back.
Excerpt from Chapter 6 of Book 3 of C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity. C.S. Lewis writes, quote, Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement that dweem within a dweem, and love, true love, will follow you forever. So treasure your love. It's a quote, an excerpt from C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity, Chapter 6 of Book 3, dealing with marriage. Ba-doom-ching. Please clap. Let's begin our brief study this week on this section from C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity, I should say. Let's go first. I'll start first, Bella. So this is Chapter 6. I had this pulled up. I don't know where it went, but it's back again.
You found it.
So the question is, what is the problem of basing marriage on the popular ideal of being in love? Well, C.S. Lewis writes, quote, what we call being in love is a glorious state and in several ways good for us. It helps us to make us generous and courageous. It opens our eyes not only to the beauty of the beloved, but all beauty, and it subordinates, especially at first, our merely animal sexuality. In that sense, love is the great conqueror of lust. No one in his senses would deny that being in love is far better than either common sensuality or cold self-centeredness. But, as I said before, the most dangerous thing you can do is to take any one impulse of our own nature and set it up as the thing you ought to follow at all costs. C.S. Lewis writes, being in love is a good thing, but it's not the best thing. He goes on to say this, people get from books the idea that if you have married the right person, you may expect to go on being in love forever. As a result, when they find out they're not, they think this proves they have made a mistake and are entitled to change, not realizing that when they have changed, the glamour will presently go out of the new love just as it went out of the old one. In this department of life, as in every other, thrills come at the beginning and do not last. So those are a few excerpts from the section where C.S. Lewis cautions against basing marriage, rightfully so, just on, quote-unquote, being in love. At least the worldly notion of being in love. Bella, which question would you like to take? So we've got, Lewis observes that the Christian idea of marriage is extremely unpopular. Would you like to take that one? No. Or this one. Why does Christianity teach that marriage is for life?
All right. So his point here really points to the fact that marriage joins together man and woman.
Yeah. That
they become one flesh. And so on the flip side, divorce isn't just like dissolving a business partnership or, just slowly parting ways. It's more like a amputation. You are ripping two things apart that are meant to be together. And that's partially why he talks about that sex belongs in marriage, because otherwise you're missing out on the richness of the relationship that exists in marriage, because like you said, it's more than just a feeling. It's more than just being, loving being with someone or loving who someone is. Love is an action. It's not a feeling.
Yeah. Well said. That'll conclude this recent chapter of our book study through C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity. Well, when we come back, we'll have our highlight of the week as well as our question of the week next. Back for one final segment on No Suck Saturday. I'm Aaron. She's Bella. Thanks for listening in again today. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's time for our highlight of the week, and I'll start again. Bella, I will lead this conversation. Highlight of the week is happening as we speak. Got 2 weekends in a row that are quote-unquote 4-day weekends. It feels like I haven't hardly worked at all this month. We've only taken at the day job 2 days of vacation. Just the way broadcasting works, you can do multiple days of work in one day.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So enjoying that, extra time at home, extra time with you and the kids, and the same story next week as well for Labor Day weekend. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, that's nice. Kind of makes up for July. I feel like we didn't see you much.
You did not see me much in July. I was not here much in July.
Nope, just 2 ships passing in the night, blowing our conch shells at each other.
Yeah, so that's my highlight of the week. What about you?
All right, the highlight of my week has been for the last couple of weeks, but this last week especially. So as I've talked about before, my little sister moved down to Louisiana for her husband's job, and it's tough because we are very, very close, and we used to see each other quite a bit and hang out, but now thankfully because of technology we're able to stay in touch, and we've been leaving each other voice memos every day, and that's been a lot of fun, just getting to wake up in the morning and I do my workout, and then as I'm doing my cool down, getting my day started, I listen to it, and she gives me 10-minute voice memos, which are super fun, just like a little sister podcast basically. It doesn't go nearly as off the rails as our podcast does. We do tend to stay more focused when we're talking to each other. It probably wouldn't be the same if we were in the same room, though. But yeah, it's just been fun, just hearing what she's up to, what her life is like, and getting to tell her all the crazy stories and weird things that our kids do, and kind of staying in touch that way.
Cool.
So,
yeah, that's good. And that's one way that technology is very healthy and helpful, I should say.
exactly.
So that is the highlight of the week for both Bella and myself. Now it is time for our question of the week. Always enjoy this segment. It could be a question about our childhood memories. It could be a question about favorite movies, a question about music. It could be a question about the outdoors. Could be a question about the indoors. Could be a question about whether or not we like being outdoors or indoors.
Hey, Dr. Seuss.
It could be a question about whether we like to watch movies outdoors versus indoors. Do we have the question of the week?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, you just giving me time.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I got you back, homie.
I appreciate that, bro. All right. Well, this question actually kind of encompasses all of that. So as temperatures are starting to slowly cool down, what is something you are looking forward to this fall?
The temperature's slowly cooling down.
Yeah, me too.
It's been a scorcher. And we know, don't wish the summer away. We understand that, but man alive, it's just, brutal. I looked at not our bill, but our hours of how many hours our air conditioner was on in July versus last year.
Oh gosh.
And it was 60, it was over 60 more hours this year than last year. Which means it's on overnight too. That gives you an indication of how hot the air is. So that's the first thing that I'm looking forward to. I think the second thing, oh man, I don't want to say this either, but I am kind of looking forward to watching Ben just explode, and hopefully in learning and intelligence. He's already really smart, but I feel like even in the last month or so, he's starting to talk in a way that's more grown up, fully formed sentences, correct pronouns, correct verbs, better verbs, I should say. Yeah. And so I do think he is, I don't want to say this, I think he is ready for preschool.
I think so too. I feel like it was the right decision to hold him back a year. He was
for sure.
Definitely not ready this time last year, but that's I think it's going to be good. We have orientation next week, so that's getting very real. But yeah, I'm with you. Those are 2 things I'm looking forward to, and I don't know, I'd like to try and go to a pumpkin patch again. Yeah,
that'll be fun. And maybe we'll go to a legit one.
The
one that we went to last year was good. It was on the cheap, but dinky, but maybe we'll go to a legit one this year, since Abby can get up and get around and walk about.
Yeah.
And I think she would enjoy it quite a bit. So
I think so too.
well, that's going to do it for another edition of No Suck Saturday. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed trying to keep it off of the rails. No, on the rails.
Yeah, we're very good at keeping it off the
Yeah,
rails.
we
That's
are.
my specialty
Yeah,
in particular.
Indeed. That's going to do it. Thank you for listening. Back again tomorrow for Weekend Review. Fresh programming on Monday.
Thanks for listening to No Suck Saturday.